tell you a story about a beer rooted in the heart of America, found in a community where a handshake is a sure contract, brewed for those who found opportunity in challenge and hope in tomorrow, raised by generations, willing to sip, share, risk, remember. This is a story bigger than beer. This is the story of the American spirit. Let me tell you a story about a beer rooted in the heart of America, found in a community where a handshake is a sure contract, brewed for those who found opportunity in challenge and hope in tomorrow, raised by generations, willing to sip, share.
Park, we're at Wildwood Park where tonight the Sheboygan A's open their new bowl season against the Kewaskum A's. Hello everybody, alongside Lucas Schulze, I'm Mike Martin. We'll be bringing you tonight's game. Sheboygan comes in with a record of 3-3. They split 4-game weekend series with the Chicago Rockies. The Kewaskum A's come in with a spectacular 14-1-2 record. We don't know how they've played 17 games already, but they have, and they're doing really well. We've been going over the stats, and it's almost cartoonish. They're doing so well. Hopefully Bryce Lavisa, the A's starter, will be able to tone them down a little bit tonight. Lucas, why don't you go through the defense for Sheboygan?
Defensively and left to right for the Sheboygan A's tonight. Left field is Nick Tenney. The center fielder is Alex Ames. In right is Chase Handsome, and he returns after not playing over the weekend. Around the horn in the infield goes Jacob Neese at third base. The shortstop is Riley Palmquist. Second base is George Haas, and first base is Harry Stelt. Then the battery of pitcher and catcher. Catching is Cal Casper, and then the aforementioned Bryce Lavisa is tonight's starting pitcher for Sheboygan.
Lineup for Kewaskum. Dylan Dietert is their center fielder leading off. Sean Gregorius is in right field hitting second. TJ Roberts, a really strong hitter, is playing third and batting third. Batting fourth is the first baseman, Jared Chezik. Brody Nolan is the catcher hitting fifth. Nick Rosenthal is at second base hitting sixth. Batting seventh is the shortstop, Brad Young. 8th, Andy New is DHing tonight. And batting 9th, the left fielder, Andrew Reichert. Brandon Both is their starting pitcher. We don't have any numbers on him. 3.98 ERA. And he goes to Bryant and Stratton College. Bryce pitched about 26 innings last year for Sheboygan, had a very high ERA, but had a nice record, 2-1 with a save. And he opens the ball game with a strike to Dietert. Game time temperature is 65 degrees, and our umpires are Kevin Vincent behind home plate and Doug Steinke out on the bases. Up the middle, Haas able to scoop it up, but the throw is late. Infield hit for Dietert.
Yeah, you had mentioned, Marty, kind of the video game numbers that this lineup is showing early in the season. Dietert's one of those guys, he comes in hitting 375 in his first 7 league games, and 5 of the top 6 players are hitting over 300 right now. Just unbelievable stuff.
Just amazing. Gregorius comes in hitting 312. Lavisa fires a fastball. It's popped up and foul ground. Harry looked like he had the beat on it, and then Cal Casper came over and nobody caught it.
And also you'd think it'd be easier for Harry to make that catch.
Definitely,
with
yeah.
the
He's
first
coming in on the ball. You got to make a call.
Not only that, but the first baseman glove and the catcher's gloves, obviously more difficult to catch with.
Ball drops untouched. You know, with the kind of numbers that Kewaskum has, you can't be giving them outs. So bouncing ball into right field. 2 for 2 for Kewaskum.
And that's what this lineup is going to do. Like you just mentioned, you can't give them extra outs, and Sheboygan gave them one right there, and Correa shoots it for the right side for a base hit.
TJ Roberts, the Kewaskum third baseman, is hitting .429, and he is a good hitter, and he hits a long ball. He's played a few games with Sheboygan over the years, and he's a guy you got to be careful.
I was looking through the stats. I was kind of surprised he didn't have a home run yet, even though he only played 3 games thus far, but still, we know he's a big power bat.
Breaking pitch is up high, evens the count at 1-1. They have Dietert with good speed at second base. Gregorius, the right fielder, you have to assume he has good speed. He's at first. Nobody out.
There's really no breaks in this lineup for Lavisa on the mound. You really have to kind of paint the edges, and if you miss anywhere down the middle, you're going to get hit around.
Yeah, exactly. And it's really tough when you give them an out. That one ball should have been caught in foul ground, and then they get their seeing eye singles. Bouncing ball down the third base side is foul. Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. Sheboygan is coming off a loss on the weekend. They won the first game of Sunday's doubleheader behind Jared Reklitis, and lost the second game. Another ball just foul.
Feels like Roberts is being very pull happy in this at bat. 2 balls just missed the right side of that third base bag.
Nisa takes a step towards the line. And another ball hit foul right down the third base side.
Roberts fighting some pitches off, waiting for that one that he can send a long way. Hopefully Lavisa doesn't give it to him.
Comes the pitch. A pop-up on the infield. This is going to be an out. Good communication out on the infield. Haas calling off Harry to make the catch. And that's a big out. Jarek Chesick is up next. He's hitting .321.
Yeah, the team average for this Kewaskum team is .379, and their OPS is over 1 as a team, not even just a singular player.
Yeah, here's a scary part about Jared is he's got 11 RBIs already. Lavisa with a breaking ball in there for a strike.
You'd much rather pitch to Chesick without any runners on base. Not great to have 2 runners on.
Flag is not flying out in center. The wind is not going to be a factor. It's out there. It's on the flagpole. It's just not moving at all. 1-1 pitch is outside. That makes it count 2 balls and 1 strike.
This is our first 9-inning game of the year.
Yes. I'd rather do 9 than 14.
Yeah.
Ball is lined into center field. It's going to drop for a hit. Ames cuts it off, makes the long throw into the infield. And with the bad throw, Chesick able to move over to second base.
And so far,
throwing error.
And so far, Kewaskum's living up to that. Those numbers that we talked about earlier. 3 base hits already to the first 4 batters.
Yeah. I think the second baseman Haas made that throw that got away, allowed the runner to advance to second. Brody Nolan is up. The NA on my stat sheets means we don't have any statistical information for him. Could be his first game of the year with these guys.
Yeah, you'd have to figure. It feels like Kewaskum's really diligent about putting their stats in and get everyone in there. So it's weird to not see one of their players on the stat sheet.
Breaking pitch is foul, ticked right into the mid of Casper. The count is now 1 ball and 2 strikes. Lavisa trying to limit the damage. They haven't hit the ball particularly hard at all. But they have 3 hits.
Sometimes all it takes, exit hits over exit velocity.
Yep, exactly.
Thank you.
There's a line drive base hit. That's going to score 2. Oh my. Not a good start for Lavisa and the Sheboygan A's.
It's just a deadly top of the order. But it's too bad that their top of the order goes all the way through number 6.
Yeah.
And now you're facing probably the most dangerous guy in this lineup.
Nick Rosenthal, when you look down the order, he does have the most impressive stats. They've got him down hitting .517.
I mean, you'd rather have Rosenthal hit with one runner on, but you wouldn't want those 2 runners to score from the previous at-bat.
Yeah, right. Well, Nolan has some stats now, Lucas. Getting 1,000. Ball is fouled out of play over the Kewaskum dugout. O2 pitch coming up. Bouncing ball to Jacob. Makes a bad throw to second. Bounces in front of Haas and Mo rolls out to right field. That's going to be a E5, allowing Nolan to advance to second.
Well,
so you got to figure this is 2 outs we've given them, and we've gotten 1 out on that pop out. We should be out of the inning.
yeah, it's been a nightmare start for Sheboygan in their first league game, 2026.
Haas boots it.
Three errors in the first inning, 4 hits given up. That's a recipe for disaster for Sheboygan.
I think over the entire weekend we only had maybe 2 errors.
The fielding stats are looking pretty solid for Sheboygan. It was a 966 clip for him.
This is actually comical. Lavisa should have been going right to home and then to first. Instead, he turns around and throws to second and throws the ball away.
And for, like you talked about, would have been a very sure-handed defensive team. He's got 4 errors in the first inning. And Tim Moyer going out there to chat, maybe just to calm down Lavisa. He's not getting any help, but he hurt himself on that one.
Wow. Unbelievable. We haven't seen Sheboygan play like this in a long, long time. I mean, like years. Andrew Reichert is up next. He's the 9th hitter.
Especially with the pitching staff that we've seen from Kewaskum, 5 runs. It'd be very difficult to overcome.
Still only 1 out. We're going to have to start a new category, Lucas. Outs given away.
Yeah. I mean, other than Chesik's single to right center field, I don't think there's really been a hard hit ball in this inning. But you look up at the scoreboard and you see 5 runs, 4 hits, and you look down a row and you got 4 errors in the Sheboygan column. And we're not even 2/3 the way through this game, or this inning, I should say.
Hit the ball O'Reilly, he can catch it.
Yeah, turn double play.
There's another dumper out into right field. Strong throw is not in time. And the runner kicks the ball away from the catcher. And the runners move up. Give Reichert an RBI single. And the runners move up on the throw home.
Wow. Like you said, this is just
back to the top of the order.
Something we just haven't seen from Sheboygan. Then as a pitcher, it feels like, how do you get yourself back in this inning? The mental side feels like it's going to be gone. 4 errors defensively, and one of them being by yourself.
This is a 10th hitter. Dietert is the leadoff batter. He's the 10th batter in the inning. Still only 1 out. And Kewaskum has 5 hits, 5 for 9. And we wonder why their team average was, what was it, 379?
OPS.
A team batting average of 379. The umpire took that foul ball right in the chest. Hopefully he's going to be okay. Kevin Vincent catching his breath. And Cal Casper doing the right thing, going out and talking to his pitcher.
And part of that team batting average from Kewaskum is Harry Stelt. Split a couple of games with them so far this season. Be a big spot for a strikeout for Levis just to get some confidence going Sheboygan's way and his own way.
And then Lucas, in doing his research, found that Kewaskum is no slouch with their pitching either. So it's going to be a really tough. Oh, we get an out. That's out number 2. Dietrich goes down swinging.
And also, you look at this. 172 runs in 17 games.
That's
Average
amazing.
10 runs a game.
Well, they got a good start.
Yeah.
Scoring 5.
And they're averaging less than 3 runs given up per game.
First ball swinging is Gregorius. He fouls it off.
And you'd mentioned before we came to the broadcast, we'd see numbers like this before from Kewaskum, but I feel like they haven't lived up to those numbers. Tonight's been a different story.
Yeah. Well, it hasn't. I mean, they've hit the ball well. Got to give them credit. But our defense has just been unbelievably bad. Gregorius is nicked on the shoulder. He'll go to first. Bases are loaded again for Roberts.
And not the guy you want to face with bases loaded. If he sends one over the wall, this will be one
Yeah.
absolute disaster start for Sheboygan, if it already is.
Oh, and a ball gets past Casper. And another run is in. Oh. You know, we thought we saw a bad inning over the weekend when Chicago scored all those runs in that one inning. This is even worse, and they haven't even scored as many runs yet. Fastball is a strike on the outside corner, evens the count at 1-1.
Yeah, I think both is sitting pretty right now. He's got a 7-run cushion before he even steps on the mound.
Two strikes on Roberts. Reichert on third. Gregorius at second. And Roberts with a big hack. Comes up empty, and that finally ends the first inning, but not before the Kewaskum A's put 7 runs on the board.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you help support programs like Boys and Girls Clubs and Girls Who Code that show kids they can dream anything and do even more. Sheboygan will get their chance to put 7 runs on the board. They're going to lead it off with Alex Ames. And following him is George Haas. Harry Stelt is hitting third again. Harry comes into this game
with a 5-game hitting streak. And it's Jacob Neese hitting 4th. Chase Hanselman seeing his first action of the year, hitting 5th. He's out and right. Riley Palmquist at short hits 6th. Batting 7th is Brad Reinflesch, the DH. And it's Cal Casper and Nick Tenney. Tenney out in left field.
I need to get the bats going. They're kind of quiet on Sunday at least. Just the 3 runs in the first game and second game 3 runs as well. So be a perfect time to score a few in this first inning.
Hitting was a bit of an issue on over the weekend. Alex has been a spark throughout the season so far. 7 RBIs. He's got 6 walks. 5 stolen bases.
5 hit by pitches as well.
Oh, we didn't even see that. Is that category on here? Yes, it is. Ball is hit down the right field line, but foul.
He's been a guy who just always finds his way on base, no matter the count.
Going to be a tough road this at bat with no balls and 2 strikes.
He's got an average of 214 and his on-base percentage is over 500 to start the season.
That ball is driven out into center field for a base hit. Alex with a great start. Come on, boys. You can do it.
A great piece of hitting that time by Alex. 2-strike hitter, shortens up on it, lines it over the head of the shortstop. Get a leadoff runner on for Sheboygan.
George hitting 167. I mean, the hitting is one thing, and it's important, obviously, but where he's struggled is his fielding. He had 2 errors in that first inning, and he came into the game with 2, so that's 4 already on the season.
He's also made some nice plays at second that we
yes,
didn't think
he
he'd have a
has.
chance
You're
to
right.
get to. But yeah, those hurt in that situation, especially when you have multiple errors in an inning. But you know he wouldn't be out there if he wasn't a solid defender. So
right, exactly.
Definitely
right.
had a past of being great defensively.
Braden Both. We mentioned 3.98 ERA, has 25 strikeouts in 31 2/3 innings.
That was at Brian Stratton College this year.
Yeah, those are his college stats. Thanks for pointing that out. Ames on the run, and he's in there.
Number 6.
The pitch was a strike. The count is now 2-2. See if George can keep the merry-go-round going. Good stop by the Kewaskum catcher, Nolan. Bouncing ball to short. Nice hop for the shortstop, Young, and Haas is out.
He hits that ball to second base. Maybe Ames gets to third, but you never want to advance on a ground ball that's in front of you because more than likely you're going to throw it out at third or get in a rundown.
Harry steps in, hitting .412, has 6 RBIs on the year, including a home run. Pitch is out of the strike zone, evens the count at 1-1.
Harry didn't have a ton of homers last year, but he hit for an amazing average of just under 400. So see if he gets the power stroke back.
There's a line drive base hit. Caught. No. Yes. Caught in right field. Sounded like a screamer, and I saw the center fielder run over into right center field, but it was right to the right fielder who was behind the pole.
Yeah. Obstructed view.
On the catch, Alex moves over to third. See if Jacob can come through with a 2-out knock.
Even though Kewaskum got 7 runs in the first inning, you can't get it all back in one inning more than likely. Just kind of chip away slowly throughout the game and clean up the defensive side of the ball, and this game's nowhere near over.
Be really nice to start that chipping in the first inning.
Exactly. Got that runner in scoring position.
Jacob fouls it back, and again, umpire Vincent gets hit by a foul ball. It's been a tough night for that umpire.
We're only in the first inning.
Well, exactly, only in the first inning. That is not a good thing. Tim Moyer comes down to chat with him.
It's been a very eventful first inning.
Bad eventful. 7 runs by the visitors and umpire getting hit by a couple of foul balls. Looks like Mr. Vincent will be able to stay in the ball game. Jacob with a 2-ball, 1-strike count. There are 2 outs. Ames is still at third. Waiting on deck is Chase Hanselman. Ball is popped up, foul out of play. Pitch is on the outside corner. Called strike 3, and that ends the first inning for Sheboygan. After 1 complete, it's been all Kewaskum.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you don't just feed yourself or your family. You help support programs like Simply Give that feed our neighbors in need.
Thank you.
I grew up working in my family's supper clubs. This is where it started with us as far as the fish that we serve at Culver's today. We source the finest cod and batter each fillet by hand and always cook it to order. That beautiful golden brown color and flaky on the inside. The fish fry is a Midwest tradition. It's about families coming together. I love bringing this tradition to guests everywhere. Mom and Dad would be proud. Welcome to Delicious.
Wingism number 1, the Flavor Saver. Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor. Wingism number 2, the Joker.
Then her dad walked in. Dude, we're done eating. Use a napkin. Serious? Yeah. Are you serious? Yeah, I'm serious. Why so serious?
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor.
Back here at Wildwood Park, getting ready to start second inning action. Jared Chesick is going to lead it off for Kewaskum. He got an RBI single in the first inning to drive in Kewaskum's first run of the ball game, and then they proceeded to score 6 more and put 7 on the board in the top of the first. Pop up on the foul territory, but just gets out of play. Here he thought he might have a play on it.
And that would have been the ideal start. Get a first pitch out, get that confidence back going your way.
Yeah. Lavisa still on the mound.
He did have 2 strikeouts. Positive side of things.
What he needed was better defense. He actually didn't pitch that bad.
But when those errors kind of pile up, it kind of falls on the pitcher as well. When they're base runners, then you give up that big hit.
Well, you know, we talked about getting out of it with a double play. He had a double play ball hit right to him. He just made the wrong decision. And then to compound that, he made a bad throw. Kewaskum with a great record, 14-1-2. They're a tough ball club. It was all Sheboygan last year against these guys. We finished 4-1, and we're 2-0 in Nuba League. Last year they were not a full-time member of the league. They played an abbreviated schedule, 10 games. 2 against each of the clubs. That ball is hammered to deep left, way back there. And gone. Chesick with a home run.
You said he came in with 11 RBIs, and he's added to that total so far tonight.
Brody Nolan, the Kewaskum catcher, is up next. Brody had a 2 RBI single in the first.
You just don't see this happen to the A's very often at all. A lot of talented defensive players and talented pitching staff. Normally, you don't see them get down 8-0 in the second inning. They're the ones up 8-0.
Right. Pitch is called a strike. Evens the count at 1-1. Yep. I was a little suspicious about these stats that they came in with. You know, what kind of competition are they playing? But they've shown
and then some.
There's a reality in those stats. Pitch is just off the outside corner. Evens count at 2-2. I'm gonna have to get out my storybook. A big swing, but a miss by Nolan. And that's out number 1 in the second.
Well, 3 of the first 4 outs have been strikeouts. If that's all you look at, you're like, wow, good start for Lavisa.
Rosenthal, the second baseman, is up. Rosie reached on a fielder's choice. Hit one right to Jacob. He threw to second, but it was a very bad throw, and everybody was safe.
He kind of started the error trend. The next 3, he was one of the 3 hitters that reached on errors, 6, 7, 8 in their order.
2-0 is the count. Fairly nice crowd tonight. It's a little bit on the chilly side, but the skies are clear. Sun's setting. A lot of people bundled up in their coats and sweatshirts. Too bad they have to see a bummer of a game. We need to come back. Swinging a foul tick right into Cal Casper's mitt. 3-1 is the count.
Yeah, hopefully the A's can turn it around. You know this team's got to fight them. They're not just going to sit down because they're down 8 runs.
Bouncing ball, Jacobs got it. And a good play. Nice running pickup, good throw. Harry able to get it, and 2 outs in the second. Brad Young, the shortstop, is up.
I think the A's needed that. Just a successful defensive play. It looked pretty. Great job by Jake Neese. Made a strong throw to first in time.
The fans were out there cheering, but was that a legitimate cheer or was it the Bronx cheer? Like, it's about time,
Yeah.
boys.
It's hard to tell.
Kewaskum not waiting around. They're swinging. Young hit a grounder to Haas, who booted it. He reached on an air and scored back in the first. We're all the way into the second inning now. Line drive up the middle and through. Another hit by Kewaskum.
7 hits in an inning and 2/3 for Kewaskum. They got 7 hits and 5 outs.
Well, here's the thing. 6 singles and a homer.
Yeah. Death by paper cuts.
Exactly. Another ball that gets past Casper.
Casper's been so good behind the plate.
Yeah, he's not, well, just like all of his teammates, not at the top of his game tonight. Lucas, you do some umpiring. When you get a game like this, do you start opening up the zone a little bit?
You'd have to think, right? Maybe not. Maybe for 5th and 6th graders, yeah, but I don't know about college and adult players.
I do.
Would you open up the zone? You were a home plate umpire more so.
I'd open it up a little bit. Of course, you don't have to worry about Kewaskum. They're up there swinging.
Yeah.
They're not taking pitches. Andy New is up. Where is that goddamn thing? In this write-up I have, it mentions that New leads the team in innings pitched with 49. He's the DH. What did we see? They had 10 men on their roster tonight.
Yep.
So they're shorthanded. Not shorthanded enough.
Apparently not. Hopefully the A's can force them to have to make a pitching change early in this game.
Just a little bit inside and down.
I guess that's a no to your open up the zone question right there.
Yeah. Bryce has thrown a lot of pitches over the course of this almost 2 innings. You wonder how long he'll be able to go. It's a bouncing ball over to Haas. He straightens up and fires a strike to first. And that ends the Kewaskum second. They do score 1 run. When we come back, it'll be Chase Hanselman leading off the inning for Sheboygan.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you help support organizations like Hope House Mission and New Hope Shelter that give people around here warmth, shelter, and care.
Spell the great taste of Sheboygan.
What does it take to stay in business for 75 years? It's not only featuring USDA choice beef, it's not caring about every single one of our 30 varieties of bratwurst. Nope. After being family owned for 3 generations, we've learned it's about you. At Miesfeld's Market, we give back to the community and our customers always come first. Since 1941, we've been feeding our neighbors, so come by and see what we've got today.
Wingism number 3, the Peter Heater.
Oh, so hot. Oh, so hot!
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor. Wingism number 4, tea time.
What are you, having tea with the queen? Hello. Nice.
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor.
YMCA dance contest, and we've got a couple of contenders out in the stands. Be interesting to see what they come up with. Chase Hanselman is up. Chase looking for his first hit of the year. He went 0 for 3 our first game. Actually, it was his first game too. It was Two Rivers last Wednesday. Sheboygan winning that one 6-2. Those were happier times.
Yeah. Great start to the season.
Last year, Sheboygan was 15-3 in the New Bowl. We mentioned that Kewaskum played an abbreviated schedule. They played everybody in the league 2 times and finished 4-6. They're cruising for a bruising this year. Hanselman at the plate with a no-ball 2-strike count.
Yeah, only having 3 losses in the New Bowl. And then would not be a great start to go 0-1. How
No.
dominant they were last year, winning the New Bowl championship. Dramatic fashion, game 3.
Sheboygan won the league with that 15-3 record, and then they won the playoffs, beating Menasha in the best 2 out of 3. Hanselman not able to check his swing. The high hard one got him. That brings up Riley Palmquist.
Both wasn't a big strikeout guy in his time at Bryant Strand College. Just had 25 strikeouts in 31 innings. And he's already got a couple strikeouts early in this one.
I got the real one right here. Not much better, 125. Ball 1. Riley's played stellar defense. Maybe that was the problem in the first inning.
Yeah,
None of the balls were hit to him.
He's kind of been the magnet early on in this season.
Yeah. Brad waiting on deck. Yeah, it's a 4-pitch walk.
It's just that easy. Take 4 pitches and all of a sudden you're on base.
Yeah. Brad is up. He's 1 for 6 on the season. He's a much better hitter than that.
Yeah, he's only played in a couple of games. Not too large of a sample size for him.
Currently battling some arm issues. That's why he has not pitched yet. Tim Moyer taking it slow with Brad, make sure everything is okay before he goes out and pitches a game. Couple of nice pitches by both.
Yeah, seems
on the
like
outside corner.
Seems like he took that at bat against Riley personally. 4-pitch walk, comes back with 2 strikes right in there.
Strikeout. Brings up Cal Casper. Casper with 222 batting average.
Not to mention a 0 ERA on the mound. Came in
That's
in the
right.
8th inning of
Yeah, struck
game 2
out
of
the
doubleA.
side. Both all of a sudden after that walk is a strike machine now.
4 in a row.
He looked like a pitcher, Lucas.
Doesn't matter where he throws, now he's locked in.
Yep.
5 strikes in a row, and the breaking ball's in that bottom part of the zone. He can go anywhere with this pitch.
And right there, called strike 3, and that ends the Sheboygan half of the second after 2 complete. It's been all Kewaskum, 8-0.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you shop for more than yourself. You help support sustainability in all our communities.
Thank you.
Today, tomorrow, and for years to come.
Nolan Sand is coming out to pitch the 3rd inning for Sheboygan. Sand has appeared in 2 games so far. He's pitched an inning and a third. ERA is extremely high, but that's basically a product of not having pitched enough innings.
Yeah, he struggled in that Chicago series, but we know he's a good pitcher. He pitched a few innings last year. Was pretty successful in those innings. So see if he can bring that success from last year into this season. Also, he's a solid hitter at the plate. Had a couple RBIs last year towards the end of the year.
Looking at the bright side of Bryce Lavisa's 2 innings, he did give up 7 hits and 8 runs. Not all of those were earned. I'll have to figure that out. But he didn't walk anybody, and he had 3 strikeouts. I want to take something positive. A fly ball out to short center field, but Ames comes in and makes the catch.
That's what Sheboygan needed, getting that leadoff man out. Something they hadn't done yet in the first 2 innings.
Dylan Dietert is up. Dylan singled and scored and struck out his 2nd time up. We're in the 3rd inning, and Dylan is batting for the 3rd time.
Yeah, hopefully doesn't keep that up with all 9 innings.
Yeah, that right.
And if you're Tim Moyer, you'd have to assume you're just saying just throw strikes, get some outs. You're going to make a couple of mistakes, obviously, if you're trying to pound the zone, but just get outs. Obviously, easier said than done.
By my amateur calculations, I've got Lavisa allowing 4 earned runs. 1-2 is the count. Dieter takes that pitch outside. And that pitch makes it 3-2.
Dieter had that leadoff single and he struck out in the first inning.
Ball is hit deep to center. Ames got a late break on it, but is able to go back and make the catch. It looked like he had trouble picking the ball up. He stood there and was looking, and all of a sudden he made the break.
Yeah, those plays over your head in center field can be very difficult, especially those over-the-shoulder ones. Really nice play that time by Alex Ames. Would have been really dangerous had that ball gone down.
The other thing is, you know, it's that kind of time of night when a little tougher to pick the ball up. Gregorius is up. He singled and scored and was hit by a pitch in the second. Pardon me, that was his second at bat in the first. And he did not score that time.
You talked about that first time through the order, 5 for 9 for Kewaskum. The second time, just 2 for 9. So kind of calming down the hot start for.
Yeah, now the third inning, they're 0 for 2.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can keep it going. There's a, as we speak, a line drive base hit.
My fault.
Roberts is up. He's 0 for 2.
The only batter to not reach safely in the Kewaskum order so far.
Roberts came into tonight hitting .429. Maybe he's matriculating back to the mean.
Base percentage will go up.
Yeah, got hit on the arm, inside pitch.
And now everyone in Kewaskum's lineup has reached base safely tonight, and we're only in the third inning.
Boy, got the first 2 batters, and all of a sudden the next 2 reach, and Chesick, who hit the home run in the second, is up. And we had mentioned about leading the club in RBIs with 11. He's got 2 more tonight. Good pickup by Casper on that low pitch.
Chesick's been the man who's done the most damage so far to Sheboygan tonight. Got the single and obviously that huge home run.
Chesick playing over at first base. Pitch stays up high. Looked like it wanted to come down, but it stayed up and was a ball. It's 2-1. That pitch is out of the zone.
Definitely don't want to load the bases here again. Nolan's already got a RBI single in the first inning.
And a walk loads the bases.
And now Chesick's reached all 3 times. Single, homer, and a walk.
Brody Nolan is up.
The merry-go-round keeps on turning. The merry-go-round keeps on turning.
Lots of runners. First pitch is just a touch outside. Called a ball. It's been all Kewaskum. Put a 7th spot on the board in the first. Got a Chesick home run in the second.
Balk.
And they called a balk. And a run scores for Kewaskum.
Wow. Just something you just don't see called, especially at this level. Balks very often.
I didn't see what happened. That pitches a ball, makes the count 2 balls and 1 strike.
Doesn't count as an error, but it kind of feels like one.
Yeah, that ball is hit deep to left, way back, and gone. A 2-run homer, 3-run homer by Brody Nolan.
Wow. Huh.
Maybe they don't belong in the Newble.
This is unbelievable. I mean, I feel like I've said Wild so many times. It's just the 3rd inning. They got 12 runs.
Nolan had a 2-run single in the first, and now this 3-run homer. He's got 5 RBIs in the game.
He was the guy we didn't have stats for.
Right.
And oh yeah, their 6-hole hitter hits 500 too. So
Rosenthal is up. I was hoping that Nolan could get out of the inning unscathed and get that ERA that's really high down a little bit, but it's actually going to go up.
yeah, you get the first 2 batters out in the inning. You think, oh, finally you're going to shut this offense down for once.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
you look down, you look back up, and they got a 4 spot on there.
So Chesick had a solo homer in the second. Nolan had a 3-run blast in the third. And Kewaskum is showing everything their stats showed coming into tonight's game.
We're talking about death by paper cuts, and that has since changed with the 2 homers.
And foul. Casper not able to make the catch. Two and 2 is the count. There's 2 outs. Nobody on base.
It's kind of speechless. You just don't know what to say. This offense is just...
A line drive, base hit.
You can say early on in this game, Sheboygan might not have pitched very well, but I mean, you got to give credit to Kewaskum hitters. I mean, they've just been squaring up the ball, hitting on the barrel, feels like every single time, multiple homers, and we talked about in that first inning, they weren't really hitting the ball hard, but all of a sudden.
Then what's really the kicker is the first 2 hitters of the ball game get those little dribblers out into right field. So it's, you're right, they're hitting the ball, they're not striking out too much, but even some of those soft hit balls are dropping in.
Look at where Kewaskum is in the order, and Dylan Dieter's going to hit 4 times in 4 innings. He's going to be due up in the 4th inning.
Ball hit out to center field. Ames drifting in and makes the catch. That finally ends the 3rd inning, but not before Kewaskum puts 4 more runs on the board, and after 2.5, 12-0.
Let me tell you a story about a beer rooted in the heart of America, found in a community where a handshake is a sure contract, brewed for those who found opportunity in challenge and hope in tomorrow, raised by generations, willing to sip, share, risk, remember. This is a story bigger than beer. This is the story of the American spirit.
All right, guys, we got teriyaki, honey barbecue, and mild. Enjoy. All right, DOA wings, hottest on the menu.
You got a problem?
On Thursday night, Sheboygan has another home game. That will be against the Appleton Legends. It's a 7:30 game, and it's in Newble League play. So look forward to bringing that game to you. If you can't make it to the ballpark, you can always watch us on the live stream. Nick Tenney, the Sheboygan left fielder, is up finally. It's the third inning. He's a ninth hitter. He's finally getting a chance to hit. And we had mentioned Dieter has 3 at-bats in only 3 innings.
Yeah, he's going to get his 4th. He's due up in the 4th inning. Both had that 4-pitch walk to Palmquist, and then all of a sudden couldn't miss the zone.
Ball is hit hard in the hole at short. The shortstop throws, but not in time. Good backup by Nolan, the catcher. Give Tenney a base hit.
There we go.
Looked like Young might have had a play if he could have got the ball out of his glove right away and made the throw. But that's not the case. Alex Ames is up.
Even with Tenney's good speed, he made it close.
In the bottom of the first, Ames had reached leading off for Sheboygan, and Tim Moyer did have them stealing, so they're not, just because they're down 8, they're not, or down 12, no. They're not hesitating to play stolen base baseball on the bases. Pitch is called a strike. Ames didn't like the call. The count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. Just thinking of something, Lucas. You know, we could turn the lead broadcasting over to you, but that'd be like intern abuse. Hey, they get the force at second. Young, the shortstop, hustled over, got the tag of the base before Tenney could get there, but his throw to first was not in time to get Ames.
Yeah, if you're getting sick of it, just let me, I'll do it if you need me to cover for you.
We got, I believe it's 3 dates in June where I cannot make it, and you'll be doing those games. Have you thought about getting a partner?
No.
No?
Flying solo.
Could invite Bill down.
Good.
Nah. Strike is called. The throw is in time. Ames thrown out at second. Nolan with a good peg down.
It feels like in this game through almost 3 innings, it's just what could go wrong has gone wrong.
Yeah, isn't that the truth?
Ames with great speed. Normally able to steal those bags easily, but it's just a great throw down.
Ball up the middle. Rosenthal. Fine play. Backhand stop. Pick up and throw to first in time. And Sheboygan's down in the 3rd.
estimated hold time is now less than 96 minutes. We thank you for your patience.
Sorry, are you still there?
Yes.
Okay, please hold.
Getting ready to start the fourth inning. It's going to be for Kewaskum. Andy New, the number 8 hitter. Andy reached on an error and scored and grounded to second. Be his third at bat.
Hopefully, Sam can just get a scoreless inning. Don't allow a crooked number on the board for Kewaskum. They've already got 12 runs. Don't let the rich get richer.
Exactly. That home run by Chesick in the second looks like a pretty good inning for us. Only one run.
And he thought that was coming in the third inning. He got the first 2 set down, and all of a sudden, 4 in a row reached, 5 in a row.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ball hit the other way in foul ground. Nice makes a fine catch. That pop-up. That brings up Andrew Reichert. Reichert's 1 for 2 with an RBI.
New is the only player in this lineup that doesn't have a hit. He's 0 for 3.
Yeah, but you know he's one of their main pitchers. I think he's pitched more innings than any of the other Kewaskum hurlers.
He did reach on an error, though.
First pitch is a strike to Reichert. Kewaskum has scored in every inning so far. Sheboygan has not scored in any of their innings.
Just looking for that shutdown inning, get some confidence back. Feels like every time Sheboygan's about to get some momentum going their way, Kewaskum flips it back to their side.
Breaking ball is low and outside. Makes the count 1 ball and 2 strikes. We're in the fourth inning. It's been all Kewaskum so far. Called, strike 3. Second strikeout actually for, no, the first strikeout for Nolan. And just like he did in the third, he got the first 2 hitters. Let's see if he can finish it off this time. Dieter trying to check his swing as he got out of the way, but ruled a swing.
Dieter's 4th at bat so far in this game, and it's the 4th inning. He's 1 for 3. He's got a single, a strikeout, and a fly out.
Another pitch outside. 3-1 is the count. That first pitch where they appealed down was called a ball. Harry hustling over, but it's in the bullpen area. Three and two. Ball is lined in the left field base hit, right down the line, gets all the way to the wall. Dietert is going to pull up with a 2-out double.
Wow. Again, it's that second inning in a row where you think you could just get out of it. And all of a sudden, Kewaskum gets another hit, hopefully keep him scoreless still.
Another runner in scoring position. Gregorius has been a headache, just like most of these Kewaskum hitters. He's got a couple of hits. Anyway, the only way to stop him was hit him with a pitch.
Yeah, he's been on all 3 times. He's got the 2 singles and then obviously the hit by pitch you just mentioned.
Don't mind me. Just making noise over here. We make good noise down here. One and one, 2 outs, man on second. This is pretty amazing, Lucas. You know, it's kind of a chilly night. I think the difference is it's not blowing.
Yeah.
Can Nice make the play? Yes, he can. We'll finish our story when we come back. But finally, Kewaskum is shut down.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you help support programs like Boys and Girls Clubs and Girls Who Code that show kids they can dream anything and do even more.
Finishing the story that I started, Lucas, you know, it's kind of a chilly night, but what makes it bearable is the fact it's not windy. And we've got the 2 windows in front of the cameras out, and over on our side where we do our announcing, those windows are out, and it's quite comfortable.
It is, especially since we got the heat on behind us. Probably makes it a little bit nicer than it actually is outside, but yeah.
You'd think we'd have enough hot air coming from us.
Yeah.
Harry's going to be leading off the 4th inning. Harry flew out to right, hit the ball hard, but caught by Gregorius.
Yeah, Sheboygan's only 0 for 2 with runners in scoring position. Feels like early on in the year they've had so many opportunities, but they haven't converted. But tonight they just haven't had the opportunities.
What's interesting about Harry's stat line so far is he only has 2 walks.
Yeah. He's normally a guy who...
He seems to be, in this early part of the season, a little more aggressive than we're used to, swinging at first pitches.
It hasn't affected his average at all.
No. Harry Gonna have to fight from behind now. It's no balls and 2 strikes. A good fastball by both, but out of the strike zone. Three strikeouts and a walk so far by Braden. And he's only allowed 2 hits, both of them singles. Here he hits one up the middle. Rosenthal over and makes a strong throw to get Harry Stelt.
Seemed like for a second that might have had a chance to get past second baseman, but great play that time. Tired Stelt.
Jacob Neese is next. Jacob was a strikeout victim to end the first inning. He came up in a clutch situation. Alex Ames reached on a single, stole second, and then died on third when Jacob was not able to come up with a clutch hit. On another positive note, Lucas, we committed 4 errors in the first inning, looked very poor on defense, but we haven't committed any since.
Yeah, they've really cleaned it up. Second and third inning. Obviously, still doesn't look good to see 4 in the error column, but when you look at the silver lining of things, it makes it look a lot better overall.
Based on the early season stats for 6 games coming into tonight's action, we had committed 6 errors. Chase Hanselman up. Chase was a strikeout victim his first time also. His strikeout came in the second inning. You know, we talked about Jared Recolytis and how he just dominated on Sunday in the first game of the doubleheader. That's what Both is doing to us tonight. He's just dominating.
Yeah, we started to kind of get on him after the 4-pitch walk to Riley, and then all of a sudden it feels like he hasn't missed the zone since.
He hasn't. And that was the inning where he struck out the side.
Yeah, got a strikeout, 4-pitch walk, then 2 strikeouts.
The ball is inside. Hit Hanselman, but apparently it struck the bat first. Count is 2-2 with 2 outs. Count is now full. Riley Palmquist waiting on deck. Breaking pitch is in there for a call. Strike 3, good pitch. And that ends the Sheboygan 4th. After 4 complete, it's all Kewaskum. 12.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you don't just feed yourself or your family. You help support programs like Simply Give that feed our neighbors in need.
Thank you.
I grew up working in my family's supper clubs. This is where it started with us as far as the fish that we serve at Culver's today. We source the finest cod and batter each fillet by hand and always cook it to order. That beautiful golden brown color and flaky on the inside. The fish fry is a Midwest tradition. It's about families coming together. I love bringing this tradition to guests everywhere. Mom and Dad would be proud. Welcome to Delicious.
Wingism number 1, the Flavor Saver. Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor. Wingism number, the Joker.
Then her dad walked in. Dude, we're done eating. Use a napkin. Serious? Yeah. Are you serious? Yeah, I'm serious. Why so serious?
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor.
Colson Matter now pitching for Sheboygan. He's seen a lot of action early in the year, Lucas.
Yeah, he even got in at bat in Game 2 of Sunday's game. He's been solid so far for Sheboygan. He hit that 1 home run to Levi Mills against Two Rivers, but otherwise he struck out that side in that inning. So he's been a solid pitcher so far for Sheboygan. Hopefully he can put up some zeros in what's looking to be a blowout so far. He's got his work cut out for him for who he has to face. 3, 4, 5 in this Kewaskum order.
Matter's another one, very high ERA, just north of 10. Hopefully he can pitch a clean inning or two and get that ERA into a more respectable range. He's got a tough customer in TJ Roberts. The ball hit out to short's right field. Tenney comes in and makes the grab. Hanselman, pardon me, that was Hanselman out in right. Jared Chezik. Jared is 2 for 2 with a walk.
Yeah, he's been a thorn in Sheboygan's side so far today.
Matters from Belgium, Wisconsin, attended Kettle Moraine Lutheran High School, goes to Lewis University in Illinois. We mentioned earlier, I remember saying this, into air traffic controller school.
Yes, I can't imagine that's an easy job to have. Definitely takes a lot of training and practice to get that position.
With that pitch being out of the strike zone, the count is now 3-1.
Have you ever thought about being an air traffic controller?
Say that again.
Have you ever thought about being an air traffic controller?
Never. High pop up on the infield, and Matter kind of points at it and then decides, well, I'll just catch it. Nobody else is here. Good job by Colson.
Normally pitchers don't catch the pop-ups. They kind of leave it for their defense to grab, but Matter said take it into his own hands.
Yep.
That time.
The all 3 infielders that were around Colson when the catch was made had a long way to go to get there.
Especially on a 3-run count. It's nice to see Chezik swinging for the sake of the A's.
Yeah. I kind of think he was figuring I'll get a good strike and rip one out of here again.
Just missed it, got a little bit too much under it.
That's too bad.
Yeah.
pop up into the outfield. Haas gets back there in great shape and makes the catch. And it's a 1-2-3, fifth inning. And when we head to the bottom half of the inning, it'll be Riley Palmquist leading it off.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you help support organizations like Hope House Mission and New Hope Shelter that give people around here warmth, shelter, and care.
Me spells the great taste of Sheboygan.
What does it take to stay in business for 75 years? It's not only featuring USDA choice beef. It's not caring about every single one of our 30 varieties of bratwurst. Nope. After being family owned for 3 generations, we've learned it's about you. At Miesfeld's Market, we give back to the community and our customers always come first. Since 1941, we've been feeding our neighbors, so come by and see what we've got today.
Wingism number 3, the Peter Heater.
Oh, so hot. Oh, so hot!
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor. Wingism number 4, tea time.
What are you, having tea with the queen? Hello. Nice.
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor.
We're going to be going on a next couple games, a special during the course of the game called our intern highlight. And tonight we're going to highlight Lucas Schulze, my partner. Lucas attended Sheboygan Lutheran High School, played basketball, and I believe ran cross country, right, Lucas?
Yep.
So involved there, was a great student, and now attends Marquette University studying sports communication and journalism. And when you go back there in the fall, you're going to be in your sophomore year. It says here, has worked the A's press box for 4 years.
Yeah, it's been a while.
2 as a broadcast intern and running camera. And I must say you do an awesome job in this multitasking, and I appreciate working with you.
Thank you very much. I wouldn't rather work with anybody else.
And Lucas and I also worked some basketball in the winter when Chris Wright was not able to make it. And we worked a KFC. No, not KFC.
KLC.
KLC, not Kentucky Fried Chicken. Football game over at Kohler High School, and that was a good experience too. So congratulations on the internship, and of course good luck at Marquette and broadcasting this year. Just foul, hammer down the line. Our other interns this year, we're not going to highlight them tonight, but Ty Petsky and Danny Verhasselt. Ball is fouled off the screen. Riley hanging in there. It's a 2-2 count.
Hey, line that one down left field line just foul.
Yeah,
one of the first really hard hit balls of the night for Sheboygan.
And of course it goes foul.
Yeah, just been the way tonight's gone.
It's the kind of night it's been. And Riley not able to pull the trigger on that pitch. Good throw by the pitcher, right in both.
And he struck out the last 3 he's seen. Nees, Hanselman, and now Palmquist.
Brad Reinfleisch is up. Brad does have a couple of RBIs in limited action. Here comes the winner of our Build a Baseball player, Hudson. 1 ball, 1 strike. Brad took that pitch just outside. Cranked it up, and Brad, all he could do is pop it up to the second baseman, who makes the grab. 6 men in a row retired. Make that 7 in a row. Retired by both.
Could say 8 on the fielder's choice by Ames, technically.
Salen drills one to the gap in right center field, and it's down. Cut off nicely by the center fielder, and he fires it back in. A very strong throw, holding Salen to a single.
We saw Salen in the doubleheader on Saturday. He looked pretty good. He had a nice hit to right field in that game, and again, shooting the gap that time, getting a base hit, something Sheboygan desperately needed this time.
Oops. Nick Tenney is up next. Emmett is on at first. And a pitch gets past Nolan.
Hey, got a runner in scoring position here.
See if Tenney can come through. He singled his last time up. Pops it up on the infield. Makes the easy catch right on the fair side of the foul line. And that ends the Sheboygan 5th. And after 5 complete, still 12-0 Kewaskum.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you shop for more than yourself. You help support sustainability in all our communities.
Thank you.
Today, tomorrow, and for years to come.
Oh, A1 was right there, and he couldn't win the contest, the inflatables race. Good effort by all the contestants.
A couple new inflatables this year, Starfish and
Emmett Salen stays in the game to catch. And it looks like we have a new pitcher. Nope. Matter's still out there. Should have known because he's a left-hander. I got to get to know those. Yeah, didn't know that too. Boy, oh boy. Shake my head, my eyes are stuck. Matter pitched a 1-2-3 fifth. See if he can keep that going in the 6th. Earlier, selling 50-50 tickets. Be interesting to see how they did. We haven't had that call. We might want to get after that. It's a shortened game.
yeah, you definitely want to get your 50-50 winner before the game ends.
One way to keep some of the fans in the park.
Wonder if you'd leave the game if you'd already put money in the 50-50. Would you ever do that?
I mean, little hopper right back to Colson, who makes the throw over. What I've seen people do is give their tickets to another fan that's staying, and in some cases they'll say, well, if I win the $700, make sure I get it.
There's no clock. It never is truly over. So even though they're down 12 runs, they still got
exactly.
six chances.
Young, the shortstop, is up. Rosenthal was the first hitter of the inning, who tapped back to Colson Matter. He's had a nice game at second base, Rosie.
Defense for Kewaskum hasn't really had to work too hard. It's been a lot of strikeouts, especially recently by both on the mound.
Seven strikeouts in the ball game for both. Has only allowed one walk and 3 base hits. Two count to Brad Young.
Definitely don't want to be giving up free passes. Down 12 runs. Attack them, even if you make a mistake.
Three-two pitch. Hit right up the middle for a base hit. For Young, that's his second hit of the night, and the 12th hit for Kewaskum.
Did your mindset ever change as a pitcher when you were down or up a lot of runs?
Yes. It can be difficult to stay in the game. I think not as tough for the pitcher because he's always in the middle of the action, but your outfielders and your infielders sometimes, especially if you're a really slow worker.
Yeah.
Pitch on the inside corner evens the count at 1-1. That's it's not just with baseball, but any sport where your team is way down to try and stay in the game, so to speak. Play hard and try to use the good fundamentals you've learned.
Baseball pitcher kind of controls that whole defensive thing.
Emmett Salin with a great stop on a pitch in the dirt, keeping Young at first.
He's had a really solid couple innings.
Swinging a foul tick into the mid of Salin, makes the count 3 balls and 2 strikes. New looking for a hit. He doesn't have one yet.
There you go.
Nice going, Mike. Yeah, it's a rookie mistake.
No, every Kewaskum has a hit tonight. Pretty evenly balanced, 13 hits, and 9 of them, 9 different players.
Yeah.
Up and down the lineup.
Come on, Colson. Let's get a double play.
Ground ball to Riley would be really nice right here.
Andrew Reichert up. Andrew is 1 for 3. Singled in a run in the first, and then flew out and struck out. That's one thing about baseball. Even if you get a big lead like Kewaskum has, you come up to bat, you know, you're playing for real. You know, you want to keep hitting. There was a pitch a little earlier in the inning that was in the dirt that Emmett Salem made a really great stop on, but I don't even think Young was looking to go.
Yeah.
You know, he's hanging onto the base, not trying to rub it in.
You want to hit, you don't want to give up at bats, but stealing bases and
yeah, some of those other things where
crossing that unwritten rule line.
Could almost be called a bad sport doing that.
Yeah. But again, the game of baseball, you're never going to give up at bats, no matter what the score is. They all count.
3-2 again. Runners on at first and second, only one out. Pop up on the infield, that's going to be an infield fly out. Haas charges in, makes the grab. And that brings up Dylan Dietert, the leadoff hitter.
An inning and 2/3 that Colson's pitched. He's gotten 4 pop-up outs.
Pretty amazing.
Missing barrels for the most part.
I think the highest was the one he caught. Oh, guess who got hit again, Lucas? The umpire. And we were doing so good for about 3 innings.
He had a little bit of hiatus in there, and that was probably the hardest one.
I think they got flesh that time. Those other balls might have been hit off the knee or off the tip of the chest protector, but that one caught him. Oh my.
That's what you get for
yeah, he's feeling
the risk you take for being an umpire. No matter how much
we'll have
gear
to
you
get another guy to come out of the stands and umpire the bases. We'll take the base umpire and put him behind the pitcher's mound and call balls and strikes.
That's just as dangerous too. Line drive right back up the middle.
We mentioned it before. We'll mention it again. On Thursday night, we'll be right back here at Wildwood when the Appleton Legends come to town for Newble League action. That game is scheduled to start at 7:30. We hope we'll see you here at the park. If not, we'll be on the live stream. Not a good start for Sheboygan to the season.
No, especially run differential-wise, 12-0 right now.
Well, and also, I'm thinking, you know, like the 2 most important parts, the pitching and the hitting. The defense has been pretty good till tonight, but, you know, we're not really striking the ball as well as we'd like, and the pitching has been not good at all.
Yeah, well, we talked about it last game, too. A lot of the big bats for Sheboygan aren't here yet.
Yeah.
Ashton, Horn, and Hadley. Horn and Hadley should be here relatively soon. They just finished up their NCAA tournament run last night.
Good to see Vincent back up and umpiring. One ball, 2 strikes. There are 2 outs. And a call, strike 3. And Colson is out of the inning.
Let me tell you a story about a beer rooted in the heart of America, found in a community where a handshake is a sure contract, brewed for those who found opportunity in challenge and hope in tomorrow, raised by generations, willing to sip, share, risk, remember. This is a story bigger than beer. This is the story of the American spirit.
All right, guys, we got teriyaki, honey barbecue, and mild. Enjoy. All right, DOA wings, hottest on the menu.
You got a problem?
And here we thought CJ knew what he was doing. The answer to the trivia question was Lou Gehrig, and according to Lucas, it's Lou Gehrig Day in Major League Baseball.
ALS State.
Or it just was.
Yeah.
Leading off the 6th inning for Sheboygan is going to be number
Sawyer,
33.
Sawyer Schultes.
Well, don't take that away from me. Sawyer Schultes. Sawyer's a new guy. I got a paper on him. If you don't look it up, he's in there. It's probably way down because he didn't start tonight. Sawyer is from Fond du Lac, but he was telling me at that practice early in May, back in May, he attended Laconia High School, and currently going to Marion, majoring in marketing. Sawyer, I believe this is his first A's at bat. Is that right? Nope. Must have played up in Denmark. Hasn't, and he goes down swinging.
Number 24, Lucas Lemons.
Seems like Moyer's kind of emptying the bench at this point in the game.
Good move.
Lemons had a base hit, his first base hit at Wildwood Park in Game 2 of Sunday's game in that 7th inning rally that Sheboygan tried to come off.
Lucas checks his swing, pitches the ball, so it's 1-1. Pitches out of the zone, makes it 3-1. Lemons draws a walk. He's the Albuquerque, New Mexico kid.
And now you got Harry at the plate, chance to dig into this run rule a little bit. The Sheboygan pitches kind of set down the hot Kewaskum offense last 3 innings, put up 3 zeros in a row. See if Sheboygan could avoid that run rule in their first league game of the season.
Harry takes that first pitch up high for a ball. Lemons on at first. He's got pretty good speed. Harry drills one, foul.
Feels like all the hardest hit balls just end up that third baseline foul tonight. Palmquist had one earlier, and now Harry just missed that left field.
Harry's first at bat, he hit the ball hard out to right, but a fine play by the right fielder, Gregorius.
Get into danger territory for his hit streak. Came with that 5-game hit streak, and he's 0 for 2 so far tonight.
And this will probably be his last at bat. We're thinking that they're playing the 10-run rule. 2-2. Here he bounces that one foul. Two balls, two strikes, one out. Lucas Lemon's on at first. Sheboygan trailing 12-0. Line drive to the gap and down, and that's going to get all the way to the wall. Streaking around third is Lemons, and he's going to score standing up. Give Harry an RBI double. And Sheboygan on the board.
Won't go down without a fight. They're not getting shut out tonight. Nice piece in that time by Harry Stowe. Going to that right center field gap, bringing in Lemons from first base.
And extends that 5-game hitting streak. Coming in to run for Harry is Connor Palmquist.
Ty Wytek.
Could have swore it was 25. Does look like Wytek though, you're right. Ty Wytek coming in the run. A little roller out to the mound, and Both goes over and picks it up and tosses to first for the out. 2 outs now. Wytek advances to third. Chase Hanselman up.
See if Chase can bring in that second run, cut this lead down to 10.
Tough night for Chase. 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts. Both still seems to have pretty good stuff, Lucas. He's throwing pretty hard.
Yeah, he hasn't had to throw a lot of pitches. There hasn't been too many men on base for Sheboygan. Just 4 bats with runners in scoring position. This is number 5. 0 for 4.
A fly ball high, not too deep, and caught. And that ends the 6th inning for Sheboygan, but they do score a run, and after 6 complete, Kewaskum on top, 12-1.
The estimated hold time is now less than 96 minutes. We thank you for your patience.
Sorry, are you still there?
Yes.
Okay, please hold.
And the winner of tonight's 50-50 raffle takes home $105. You can't win that watching at home. You got to get here to the ballpark. Sean Gavin is going to pitch the top of the 7th. Gavin hasn't pitched yet this year.
He had a home run last year for Sheboygan.
That came out of nowhere.
It's the first thing that came to my mind when I think of Sean Gavin.
Gregorius is going to lead off against Gavin. Sean has had a nice night, playing a good right field, and is 2 for 3 in the ball game. Scored a couple of runs.
Kewaskum's got that 1 run to work with to get 3 more outs, and they can get out of here a little bit early tonight.
That ball is ripped to left and over the head of the left fielder, Tenney. And coasting into second with a stand-up double is Sean Gregorius. Boy, that ball was hit hard.
Yeah, that was peace. Not much you can do if you're Tenney in left field. Took that first step in, and that's going to kill you every time.
Right, that was it. TJ Roberts up. Breaking ball is down low for ball 1. Reminds me back in the day when we were playing City League basketball, and we were playing this team that was really good. And the problem was, Lucas, they only had 5 players. So their starters played the entire game, and we just got hammered. And I was, how does that apply to tonight? Kewaskum only has 10 guys here. Wow, that ball almost got by the center fielder, Ames, but he was able to jump and make the catch. And I don't think that was Alex, was it? It would have been Sawyer.
Seems like the ball always seems to find you when you first go out into the outfield. So, welcome to the ball game for Sawyer.
Suppose we got to give him cut him some slack, right? Chezik is up.
$14 hits tonight for Kewaskum, just Sheboygan's 4. That tells pretty much the whole story of tonight's game.
Yeah, based on tonight, this Kewaskum team is going to be a force in the new bowl. Pitch is in the dirt, makes the count 2 balls and 1 strike. There's 1 out. Gregorius is on at second.
And you scored 12 runs in the first 3 innings. Can take your foot
Yeah.
off the pedal a little bit. Kind of just coast.
Here's another drive. It's going to plug the gap. Gregorius is going to trot home to score, and trotting into second with an RBI double is Chesick.
Man, he has just been a thorn. Home run, single, double, walk. Just needs a triple.
Yeah, he's a triple away from the cycle.
And right after Sheboygan gets that run back, like they're not down 12 runs, but gets a run back, Kewaskum puts one across themselves.
Brody Nolan is up. He's 2 for 4. 5 RBIs, a 2-run single in the first, and that long 3-run homer in the third. And he's done a nice job behind the plate.
Yeah, it gives Kewaskum another run to work with for that 7th inning to keep that run roll.
Got to think of it this way, Lucas. It's only 1 game.
Yeah.
It's a lot more baseball to be played in the new bowl.
It's kind of an eye-opening, humbling experience to begin the league
Exactly. Play. CJ, didn't you say it was sponsors night tonight also? So not displaying a good product with all the sponsors, well, a lot of the sponsors in the stands. It's unfortunate. Good fastball, and Nolan is down on strikes. Nick Rosenthal is next.
it's again another time where the opposing team didn't really have a whole lot on their bench. Sheboygan just really couldn't force that pitching change, really dig into the bullpen of these opposing teams.
Yeah, the other thing that hurt Bryce Lavisa, especially in the pitch count category, were all the errors, forcing him to pitch to more hitters than he should have had to. Ball is in the dirt, rolls away, but staying at second is Chezik. Good move by him.
That last time Sheboygan was really able to get into the bullpen. Opposing team was game 2 of Saturday's doubleheader where they put up that 8th spot.
Nice throws across, gets the runner, and that ends the Kewaskum 7th. They do tack on another run.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you help support programs like Boys and Girls Clubs and Girls Who Code that show kids they can dream anything and do even more.
Hudson Wagner is going to lead off the 7th inning for Sheboygan. He's pinch hitting for Riley Palmquist. It's been a long night for the Sheboygan fans. This Kewaskum team has looked every bit as advertised.
Yeah, we mentioned it earlier in the game that they had those gaudy stats, but could they really live up to it? How what competition were they playing? And they came out with the boom. 7-run first inning, then the home run by Chesnick in the second, then 4 more with 2 outs in the third.
Yeah, right. Getting those first 2 batters, and then they scored 4 more runs. So Wagner is not batting for Palmquist. But I did see him up swinging a bat,
Looks
so
like
he
he'll
might
hit
get
for
a
Ryan Flesh.
Yeah, maybe that's it. Riley hits one first pitch swinging out to left field, and 1 out. Now we get Hudson Wagner. Hudson takes a first pitch strike. Fouls that one off, makes the count. No balls and 2 strikes, so right away Hudson down on the count. New pitcher. Oh, catcher had a chance, couldn't make the play.
Riley Coleman is the pitcher for Kewaskum. The only substitute in that Kewaskum lineup.
Yeah, you can tell when you look a little closer, he's not quite as lean and tall as the first Kewaskum pitcher. Oh, that was close, fouled right by the A's dugout. Good fastball. Wagner's down, swinging.
Yeah, Coleman's come off the bench with some fire, throwing gas to 7th inning.
Sailing up. Emmett singled back in the 5th. Looking to get a 2-hit night.
Sailing at that base hit in his first at bat in the 5th inning. He's done a
Great.
nice job blocking pitches behind the plate as well.
Liner down for a base hit. Emmett is hitting the machines.
The average
2
should be
hits for
looking
him.
really nice after this game.
Tenney up. Final numbers for Braden both. 6 innings, 4 hits, 1 run. It was earned. 2 walks and 8 strikeouts. Very nice outing for that young man. Got a lot of offensive support. Made his job a little easier.
And nothing like going on the mountain for your first in. You're already up 7 runs.
Ball is hit hard. Is that a base hit, guys?
No.
Okay, E5.
That's Sawyer Schultes.
First error on Kewaskum. Schultes is up. He went down on strikes his first at bat. Ball is hit down the right field side and out of play. A's have runners. First time they've had multiple runners.
Just that 1 strike away now for Kewaskum to get out of here in 7 innings.
He scored a run back in the 6th after Lemons walked. He scored on a Harry Stelt double. But this is the first time we've had 2 runners on at the same time. And we had mentioned it earlier that the Kewaskum starter was pretty dominant.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it.
Hard hit ball to Young, and he fires over to second for the force. And that does it. Kewaskum takes the opening game of the Newble season with a impressive 13-1 win. They move to 1-0 in league play. Sheboygan lays an egg. And they're going to start off the Newble season 0-1.
That's a good way of putting it. I mean, they got beat from the very first batter of the game. A 7-run first inning and 4 errors in that inning. It was just a nightmare start for Sheboygan. And then after those first 2 innings, they already found themselves down 12-0, but they kind of cleaned it up, something to build off of. But only that 1 run's not going to win you many games on offense either.
Yeah, exactly. Our next game will be on Thursday night when Appleton comes to town. That'll be another Newble game, and that game starts at 7:30. But that'll do it for us tonight. For my partner, Lucas Schulze, I'm Mike Martin saying thanks for watching, everybody, and we'll see you down the road.